Hi guys, this is just a quick update. Those are the crystals, copper sulfate, which I was evaporating for a couple days. There is some copper oxide on the bottom as well, and that's what I use in one of the batteries. And also I found this product. It's for a pool maintenance. It's designed to stabilize pH and control the algae. But in the components, I don't know if you can see it, it has over 20% of copper sulfate pentahydrate, which are the same crystals which I was growing, and also it's got the copper in a crystalline form. So I decided to give a try, and I use this in one of the batteries, and that's the battery right here. I use a flexible aluminum hose for an air dryer, and twisted grounding copper wire, which I dipped in a jar when I was brewing this solution, and I let the copper oxide to sit and accumulate on this, and I carefully removed and let it dry, and that's the electrode which I use in here. And I use some gravel. That's the gravel I was talking about. That's a gravel for a fish. It's a clear one, and it's supposed to contain some quartz, which I was curious to try it. As far as other components, I described them on Energetic Forum. This battery has been running through this oscillator. And as you can see, the LED, it's a 5mm LED. She's pretty bright right now, and she's only taking about 5.5 milliamps. I can crank the base resistance a little bit lower, and as you can see, there is no scale. This amp meter goes only to 20, and she, with the impact, I would say she goes easily over 30 milliamps. When I set on 30 milliamps, she's gonna slowly drop the voltage. But I have her on a 5 milliamps, roughly 5.5 milliamps for the past 24 hours, and the voltage is steady. Like she's holding 1.2 volt, being loaded with a 5 milliamps, and it's not dropping. Right now I crank her up to the max, so the voltage dropped and will be climbing back to 1.2 volt. But I just found that at this amperage, 5-6 milliamps, she's steady. She's holding at 1.2, and she's not dropping at all. And like I said, it has been this has been running for the past 24 hours like that. And one of the bigger batteries, the Berta, she's running on about 15 milliamps, also like for the past 48 hours, and powering this little monopole. This one, Dr. Pepper, as well, it's about 1.45 volt, and it works pretty good with the oscillator. And from the other batteries I've made, these two little cells, they dropped amperage a little bit, but still one has aluminum radiator seal, and the other's got the copper. I can still connect them in series and power LED directly. there was another one. She failed. She's not holding much. That was another experiment, and a couple other ones. Some of them are stronger. I use different formula, but this one is probably the oldest. It's about a week, almost a week old, after she was dry for 24 hours in the oven. And she's not as strong as the other one with the other ingredient. That was one of the first formulas I tried, and also the alum which I had, I determined it was potassium alum, not ammonium, which I'm desperately trying to get. But they are still working. They're not the strongest one, but they are still working. Anyway, I just thought I'll give you a quick update on those, because you see the voltage climbing back, and I was monitoring for the past 24 hours, and she's holding steady at exactly 1.2 at 5-6 milliamps. Sometimes I've noticed the amperage goes up. I don't know why. I set the resistance at 5 milliamps, and I check a few hours later, and she's on 6 milliamps. So I don't know what is causing this. Anyway, I'll make a couple other experiments with the different chemicals, and I'll keep you updated. Thank you for watching.